Postgame. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. And, Jay, these guys are ready to battle.
Ed, when you look down on the court, you see their eyes, that burning passion to play this game. Intensity is going to be off the charts. This is why you play the game. Let's go check it out.
There's nothing like the pressure, the tension, the feeling before the tip. All right, here we go.
Catch up, baby.
Walker to Paul George. Anthony.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. George. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
LeBron with it up top. Down just a couple. To Leonard. Now a steal on a very lazy pass there.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
It's James controlling the offense. The monster stuff.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Lowry with it. Lead is 2. To Antetokounmpo. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Here's Simmons with it up top. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Walker. Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, or the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
Joel Embiid sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Leonard to James. For 3, his first effort off the mark. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
That out of his range and no good. That is great vision to set it up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
LBJ.
Everybody pick up. D up. Swing coming right, swing coming right.
Sizing up the defense. Here comes the screen. Harden. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. 10-4 is the score. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Across the timeline comes James. He'll run the offense. To Simmons. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. First try, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Walker with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. To Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. Kawhi Leonard. He's going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second to 3. Got it.
Good shot. When I get him, he'll be right back to you.
It up and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
LeBron James with the rock. To Simmons. James. Wide open look, won't go. Walker into the front court. His team leads it by 10. Won't go. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Notch down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. No turnover as possession stays where it was. Harden. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. It's an 11-point game. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 3 for 4. Good start.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it away. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away. Giannis in control of the basketball. His team on top by 13. Embiid to Paul George. Great look and vision. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Simmons. Here comes the screen. Simmons. Leonard. Smothering deep.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Harden. Giannis Antetokounmpo with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
George to the basket, but it won't go. To Simmons. Shot from the lane won't go. Into the front court, it's Walker. The lead is 15. Anthony Davis swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Lowry to George. Lowry buries it on the catch and shoot. Mike Malone will use a timeout. His guys have flat out sleepwalked. It's been a brutal first quarter.
Yes, it has been a terrific beginning of the game for one team, but usually I might lie to viewers, tell you, hey, just get ready for the long haul. This team can fight their way back in. I can't lie to you. If you want to turn your TV sets off, please be my guest. You're watching the same thing I am, a blowout.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. James to Davis. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses.
Double team.
To Oladipo.
Hey, match up.
Embiid to Oladipo. Fires the three. Off the mark.
Back.
Nothing going here on that drive. Slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Giannis with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Embiid to Middleton. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
The defense has to find a way to become mentally present in this ball game. Another open look, the offense is picking them apart.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Anthony Davis tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Watch the shooters. Get back.
Simmons to Davis. Deep left corner. Leonard cleans it up. Kicks it around the perimeter to James. Screen coming.
Come on, you're right.
Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
LBJ has it. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. That's his third block this evening.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Westbrook. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming. But it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Leonard to James. Leonard. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Second effort and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, huge block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Kawhi Leonard, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Lowry to Embiid. Short jumper stays out. Wade to James. Oh, big finish at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
It's Russ at the controls. So Lowry has a chance. Lowry with a shot that's no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Dwayne Wade to Irving. Drive here, but the shot stays out. Westbrook into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. To Beal.
Defense, let's go.
Screen coming.
Screen's coming.
Beal to James. Beyond the arc for 3.
Ball.
He engulfed him that time. Westbrook with the basketball. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. Irving to Aldridge. Good look that time, but off the mark.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
That's all for this entertaining first quarter of the NBA All-Star Game. Jay and I return after this. You're watching a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Miss, screen.
Here comes the screen. 2 points. High percentage.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Yep, I got ball, I got ball, I got ball.
Lillard to Davis. Anthony Davis. 2-of-4 now.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Russell into the front court. He'll run the offense. And they call the foul. Careful there, Chick.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Watch cut, watch cut.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. Jumper's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Nothing going here on that drive. Aldridge to Wade. Here comes the screen. Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Victor Oladipo with the slam.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle-dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
Oh, I see you've been working out, huh?
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Russell.
Oh, here it is, here it is. Double, double, double.
The shot almost. Hart with the basketball.
Lock up.
His guys down big. Shot clock winding down. Davis to Lillard. Here's a chance from long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Walker to Jokic. Not that time. Beal
Shut up, shut up.
not going down here.
Go, go, go. I got ball, I got ball. Match up, y'all.
George to Kemba Walker.
Shot,
Fires
shot.
the three. That's dancing with danger. Kemba Walker left wide open, and he drills it for 3.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Kemba Walker up against the Weber State product. Anthony Davis rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
We out. Everybody get back, get back.
Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Lillard to Davis. He gets it.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Walker to Paul George. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Walker, give it to him. Kemba Walker, he's now 5 for 6.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
Great dish to set it up. Goes reverse to lay it in. We get a whistle and a timeout as they'll take a moment to talk things over. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Lillard is going to get a chance at 3 here, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one goes down. Second one's no good.
Shot,
one more coming.
Shot, bro.
Ooh, I like that.
To Jokic. LaMarcus Aldridge pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
James, that's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And scores. Great body control on the step through.
Ed, you're allowed 2 steps after you pick the basketball up. Doesn't matter which feet you step with, but 2 counts.
To Russell. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
I don't think I can do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. And stuffs it home.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Jokic. Nice pass to set things up. George buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
LeBron James sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun.
It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
To Embiid. In the slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Harden, they have to keep him in their grasp.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Russell with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. To Embiid. Finish that. LaMarcus Aldridge sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Leonard missed it. Russell into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Driving right to the basket. George buries it.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Here comes the screen to Lillard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Damian Lillard is going to get 3 shots here. At this juncture, he's shooting 60% from the line. Oops, he missed the first one. Knocks down the second free throw.
Good shot.
To George. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against George. To Aldridge. Joel Embiid with the block. 4th this contest.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Walker. From the painted area, won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player a short-arm shot.
Here's LeBron for 2. LeBron James not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
And finishes strong.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
LeBron James matched up with Paul George. Joel Embiid swats it. Ooh, 5 now. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Offensive board. Anthony Davis. He's now 4 for 6.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Lowry has the basketball.
I got ball.
To Kemba Walker. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it. James Harden has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Oh, good shot, boy.
To Embiid. And scores. Strong take.
Good shot, boy.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Strong finish for Paul George.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
LBJ with it. To Lillard. Lets it fly from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
George can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Lillard. Screen coming. Lillard. 4-3. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Anthony Davis. Tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Leonard, it's a turnover as they head the other way. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Can't slam it down.
Sometimes in this game, the shots don't fall. You have to get yourself to the next play, though. That's the most important thing.
The slam popped out.
And he usually makes a living on shots like that. But sometimes, maybe it's just not your night.
To Embiid. Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Walker with the basketball. He'll run the offense. He missed a short one there. To Leonard. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
Stuffs it down with authority. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The East absolutely dominated the competition in the first half, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. These are the guys getting buckets for the East. The West All-Stars may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the West.
Game track. Bench points.
The West All-Stars had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid earns the recognition because of the sheer number of dunks he threw down. One after another, he kept rattling the rim with his awesome slams. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The East All. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Simmons with it. His guys down big. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. Incredible. 6 tonight. George.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To Leonard. From long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Harden to Simmons.
Watch the screen coming left. Screen coming left.
Joel Embiid with a piece. Make that 7. Giannis with it up top. Looking to make something happen. And throws it down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
To Davis. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Misses the first.
Sorry. Next time. Next one.
Missed the second as well. To Paul George. Middleton. George misfires. It's no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll get his group together and talk it all through. Time to shuffle things up. LeBron matched up with Paul George. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
I got ball.
Oh, not a good pass there. That's a turnover.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
With the interception. Lillard to Davis. Count it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Passed it off. Got it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Can't connect. That's rebounded by Embiid.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Kyle Lowry with the rock to Antetokounmpo. And the finish, slam dunk.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's James. Well defended. To Antetokounmpo. Almost unlucky bounce. Harden in possession. Down a bundle. For three. Can't get the bounce.
Trap. Match up.
Kemba Walker against Harden. Oh, Ferocious slam inside.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Lowry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Damian Lillard, not much more the defense could have done. Hits a contested three.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Gets it in the right corner. Walker had made his first couple, but he misses there. Harden shakes free and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To the rim.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Nothing going here on that drive. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a problem city.
To Adetokunbo. Paul George to Walker. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Down the lane to lay it in.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
I got ball.
Lillard to Davis.
Oh, yeah.
James, that's how you defend.
Here we go. I got him.
Missed it. How'd that not go down?
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two. Damian Lillard, a couple of free throws on the way. Right now shooting 62% in this one. And hits the first free throw.
Get it, shoot it again.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Davis.
On your right.
To Leonard. Fires the three. And he still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5. Lillard picked up by Westbrook. To Davis. Can't connect from inside.
You gotta get up on that.
Adetokunbo They go to Jokic, down low. Rises for the slam.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Adetokunbo. Throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll gather the troops and talk things over. Time for some new personnel into the game. Lillard against the former MVP. To Leonard.
Screen coming, screen coming.
Lillard to Leonard. Beyond the arc for three. At long last, he missed his first 5 attempts from beyond the arc, but he gets that one to go.
Welcome to psychological warfare, provided he's not taking bad shots. But if I were the defense, I would let him keep shooting it. Make him think about it a little bit more.
Hands up, hands up.
Lowry hardens on him. To Westbrook. Middleton. Not that time. He missed it. Harden with it up top. He'll run the offense. Here's a chance from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Nikola Jokic at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter.
Come on, boy. He can't guard you.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. Hey, left.
Lillard. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away. Russell Westbrook defended by Lillard. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Russell Westbrook trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Lillard against Westbrook. To Davis. Lillard. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Trying to cash in. Their shot by Lowry misses. To Beal. Davis.
Double.
To Wade. Fires the three. Like the confidence, but a tough shot for Dwayne Wade.
I got him.
To Lowry.
Catch up, baby.
Adetokunbo. To Lowry.
What's going on?
Off the mark.
Come on, show me something better than that, baby. It's game time. Hey, switch. I got him.
Beal against Paul George. To Aldridge. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
PG lets it fly. Gets a look. Can't hit. Lillard to Aldridge. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. To Wade. Lillard. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Oh, that's how it's done.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
controlling the offense. Antetokounmpo to Jokic. Whoa! What a finish!
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Antetokounmpo. George. Off the mark. No good.
His scoring is definitely cooled off, but you have to give the defense some credit. They're denying him the ball and really making him work once he catches it.
Not that time.
D up, baby.
To George.
You, 90 feet. Let's go. What you got?
Antetokounmpo.
There you go. Watch him. I got you here. Right here. Right here.
Oh, Nikola Jokic. 4 out of 7. We get a whistle and a timeout as they will get together and talk things over. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Get into it.
Beal matched up with Paul George. They go down to Davis. It's a big finish.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Oladipo into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Giannis for 2. Shot won't go. Anthony Davis. Huge block. 8 now. And he's going to the free throw line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. And breaks it up. Long heave from 3/4 court. Fourth quarter getting underway as it's Team LeBron with the ball first. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter run. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys down big. It was right there.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
I got your help. Don't worry. Get him on.
Baseline drive. The shot won't fall.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Walker into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
Come on. Trap.
We got him.
And that one is out. Middleton
Yeah, keep him here.
to Russell.
Trap.
Believe in yourself.
Walker to Russell.
Shot
Walker.
going up.
Rebound comes to Aldridge. Irving with the basketball. Down a bundle.
Got it. Jump.
Kyrie quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Russell. Walker.
Make it hard on him. Nothing easy.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
Giannis with it up top. His guys holding the big lead.
Match up, match up, match up.
To Middleton. Giannis shoots. Jumper's good.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Screen on your right.
Simmons to Irving. Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Middleton. Antetokounmpo. Open look. Wide open look won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Middleton
I got ball.
to Antetokounmpo.
Hands up. We got him. We got him. All right here.
Oh, emphatic slam. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Has a look. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Yep, I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Leonard to James.
Screen left, 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 left.
Leonard. That's off the side of the rim, short. Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys hold a commanding lead. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Victor Oladipo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Leonard. No good. That's great defense. Beal to Leonard. Cracks at the line now.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. First one, count it.
Good shot, baby. Oh, yeah, you've been working on your craft.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Walker
Double.
to Paul
Double.
George. Off with the assist.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
And the finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. George? Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Simmons. And takes it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Make it tough on him.
Embiid to Kemba Walker.
Don't let him get out. He's flashing. Bump him.
It's LeBron with the rebound. Beal to Harden. And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for two.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Misses the second as well.
Double, come on.
Walker to Embiid. Good defense.
I'm here.
He had
I'm
nowhere
here.
to go.
Oh,
The
yeah.
result, jump ball. Now, opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Simmons. Embiid to Walker.
Come on. Double.
To George.
Make him pick it up.
Jokic.
I'm here.
Runners good there.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Oh, emphatic slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something, get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Into the front court, it's Walker. He'll run the offense.
Crack on.
To Jokic.
Here I come.
Knocked loose. Oladipo.
Take mine. By yourself, put it up.
4-3.
Shut up.
That no good. Off the mark. To Beal. Simmons driving, but his shot no good.
Trap. Here we go. Double team.
Walker to Jokic. From long range. Can't connect. It's no good.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
James.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
Short jumper off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Walker to Jokic. Anthony Davis rejects it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Ben Simmons trying to cash in on the three-point play, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. To Adetokunbo. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Lowry here against Harden.
We got him. We got him.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup to Lowry. Here comes the screen. To Paul George. Not giving up on that play. The result, a tie-up. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Short drop. Look out. Anthony Davis with the slam.
Brow down, Ed, when you come into my town.
Wow, you rhyming right there?
Obviously.
To Adetokunbo.
I got ball.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Watch the cutter coming through. Bump, 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 bump.
Here comes the screen. Spins away from the defender. Sweet move. Slam dunk.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Harden to Davis. And a nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Defense making the ball handler work. Lowry to Adetokunbo. Has a chance. Adetokunbo can't connect. James to Harden. Knocked loose. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. So possession will stay right where it is. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Aldridge. James Harden fires for 2. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Adetokunbo. They get it to George. Down low. Fights through traffic to slam it down.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Harden. Tough shot. He hits.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Russ at the controls.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball.
To Embiid. Big finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
To George. Victor Oladipo with the slam. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Russell Westbrook powers it through.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
It's James controlling the offense to Irving. James. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And they call the foul. Felt a breeze there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
Knocks down the first.
Good shot, man.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Knocked loose. James matched up with Paul George. Oh, they called the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Nope.
Come on, baby.
First
Nice
one
soft.
does
Nice
not
buttery.
go.
Soft and buttery. Soft and buttery.
And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. He'll let one fly from half court.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The East dominated this game from beginning to end. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the East All-Stars. The West are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout.
And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the West All-Stars.
Game track. Assists.
The East All-Stars
Play fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
the All-Star Game MVP.
Joel Embiid, the most recent MVP of the All-Star Game. An award that goes all the way back to Ed McCauley. He did it while representing the Boston Celtics back in 1951. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
good. It's all good. It's all good.
Come off the screen. Come off the screen. Pass it. Pass it.
It's all good. We get it back. We get the next one. We get the next one. Hit!
I got him. Let's go. Let's go.
Good finish. Good finish.
Move open. Shoot.
Shots up. Get it back. Get it back. Hey, double screen. I got ball.
Hey, swing it to me. You can't guard me.
Coming left.
Good shot.
Hey, shut up.
Screen, I got your help.
Watch that cutter.
Hey, man, I've been getting buckets, man. Give me the bill.
Shot. I got ball.
Hey, lock up. Got ball. Hit.
Outlet, let's get it. Outlet.
I got ball. I'm on D.
ball. screen. Hand up, hand up. I got him. Here we go. Here we go. I need the ball.
Uh-oh, here comes Santa Claus giving me a gift. That's my man right there. That's me. Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right. Close out, close out. Free. Show me something better than that, baby. Game time. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Good shot. This next one cash, baby.
It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ballgame.
Here's a chance from long range. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Batum to Walker.
Rotate.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Towns. Walker. Down low Towns. Missed a wide open look. Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Towns. Nice pass to set things up. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Walker with the basketball. His group now down 2. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
To Batum. Walker to Towns.
I'm here.
Oh, he got a piece of it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Shot from in close, no good. Oh, he's denied. Out of bounds, last touch by the Celtics. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Towns. To Kemba Walker. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not going down here.
Everybody get back.
Thomas. That's out. Last touch by Isaiah Thomas. Minnesota at the controls. Walker. And the slam.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Isaiah Thomas, defended by Towns. From long range. Off the mark. No good. To Walker. give it to him. Kemba Walker, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Thomas with the basketball. His guys now down by a point. Here comes the screen. Thomas kicks it around the perimeter. Fires the three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Porter. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Otto Porter has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Celtics have it. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Chick.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Walker to Porter. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Hustle pays off. They've got the possession. Here comes the screen.
Screen coming, screen. Get the ball,
Nothing going here on that drive.
double.
For 3, it's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
To Porter. Walker. To Towns. From the painted area, won't go down. And count the basket inside.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor to Kemba Walker. Batum to Towns, down low. Stuffs it down with authority. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce. Knocked loose. Celtics have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Walker into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Towns. Great dish to set it up. Walker, it's rebounded by the Celtics. 4-3. And knocks it down.
The post-shot confidence is everything. He's still running down the court, holding his extension.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. The deficit now up to 5. Batum to Porter. Trying to cash in. It's Boston with the rebound. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, could have sealed it, but it's no good. Walker with the basketball. Down 5. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's 3 for 7.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
And he converts on the free throw.
Get up and right back to you. Block up. Here you go.
And a throwdown. Oh, could have sealed it, but it's no good. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Backdoor.
Come on. Let's go.
That was on you.
Let me get that. Hey, match up. You got him. here. Come here.
Let it go. Let it go. Don't touch it.
I got you. I got you.
I got ball.
Wait on it.
Way to block that, baby. Get deep.
Got you.
You're off. Come here. Come here. Dia. I got ball. I got ball.
I'm hillside. I'm hillside. Yep.
Yep, I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Wait on it.
Go, sir. Yeah, just me and you. 90 feet. Let's go. What you got? Double team. Double team. Double team.
You got him. You got him. Run.
Yeah, keep him here. Keep him here.
Good block. Good block.
Yep. Run.
I got him.
Wait on it.
Watch the cutter coming through. Bump.
Run. Ball here.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball.
Yep. Watch that back door. Wait on it.
Court 1.
got it.
I got it.
Take, go to line.
Hey, send me again.
D up, y'all.
Get rebound.
You're up. Who gonna do this?
Shot.
That boy got jumper. A ball here. You open, baby. Shoot that.
They can't get me.
I got ball.
I'll get bored.
Good rebound. I got him. Here we go.
Oh, I got you. Uh-oh. Give up the rock now. Give it up.
I got ball. Hands up.
Good job.
Wait on it.
Oh, yeah, good rebound, baby. That won't happen again.
Okay.
I got him.
I'm hillside.
Get it, boy. Rebound.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball.
You know it's good.
Money be made out here.
I got him.
You're up. Hey, good block, good D.
Count it. Come on, you want some? Come on.
I got ball.
Cutter, I got yours.
I'm here. Good rebound, boy. Good rebound.
Wait on it.
That's all right. Get it back, man. Get it back.
Match up, baby. Get your man, get your man.
Go.
Ball up.
I got it.
Hey, good look, baby. Good pass, boy.
Sideline block. We're good right now.
That's me. I got ball.
Ball going up. Shot. That's my man right there. Good shot, boy.
This easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. It's nothing.
You're up.
Oh, that's all. Ball teamwork, man. Watch the shot. Shot.
Wait on it.
Yeah, me and you. Now you pick. Let's go. What you got?
You see that ball?
We good.
Good shot. You're up. Way to hit. Way to hit.
This cat trash. It's nothing.
Get out. I got it.
Nah, that's two, bro. That's two. Watch them toes. You're up. Get a box up. Get a hit.
I got double.
Ball up. Shot.
You want to say? Give it to me, baby.